Welcome to our 2021 edition of PharSide Folios. My name is Monica Leek, and I am the managing editor of the PharSide Coed Book Club. And we're kicking off our month-long celebration of African American children's and YA literature with a special series of author interviews along with our daily posts. Today we have special with us. Our special guest author for this afternoon is Jordin E McFee.
Hello, people.
And he is 8 years old and excited. He lives in San Antonio, Texas, along with his mother, Miss Hinton. And he was born in Mobile, Alabama, moved to San Antonio at the age of 4. He's currently in the 3rd grade, very passionate about reading and writing. His favorite books include the Dogman series by Dave Pilkey, and Jordin hopes to inspire other children to enjoy reading by expressing himself through his first book. And he also loves exploring the world of science and math. He challenges himself by learning to read and speak Spanish fluently as a second language. So we are excited to have Jordin McFee with us today. How are you doing, Jordin?
I'm doing very well.
Well, that is great. We're going to jump in to our questions. Jump right into our questions. And we want you to be relaxed and comfortable and all that good stuff. So the name of your book is called Not Too Little to Play. So what was the inspiration for Not Too Little to Play?
Not too little to play. The inspiration is because, what made me want to do it?
Yeah, what made you want to write a book about not being too little to play?
Well, a lot of kids have problems with, bullying or not bullying, but being bigger than other kids and being littler. Like have you seen other kids being littler and not being smaller, basically, and not being able to do a goal or certain goal in their life? Like if it's like a goal to be on, how schools have this art show and it's for second, third, and up. Well, the kindergarten, first graders can't do that. Just earth or like other competitions. But you gotta wait till you're older. So this book is like you don't have to wait till you're older if you love it.
All right, so that's an encouragement for young readers and young dreamers out there that no matter what your age is, there's a goal that you can aspire to, and you don't have to be a certain age to do it. So thanks for sharing that inspiration with us. So now, without giving the whole story away, can you tell us a little bit about the book, Not Too Little to Play? Kind of tell us what it's about without telling all the details.
Little Elijah loves football and dreams of being the school team champ. He is disappointed when the coach refuses to put him on the school team because he is too young to play. Follow Elijah on his journey and discover how he convinces everyone that he can achieve his dreams.
All right. So we're going to go out and encourage our listeners, our replay viewers, to go out and pick up this book so we can find out what happens to Elijah on his journey, because he is not too little to play. And so we're not too little. or too anything to go and chase after our dreams. Okay, Elijah, Jordin, what is your favorite line or part of your story that you can share with our audience? Favorite line, Jordin. What's your favorite line? Or maybe a favorite action part of the story.
My favorite line?
Yeah, it could be the favorite line or your favorite story.
My favorite part is like when he goes in the football team and shows how good he is.
And that's a wonderful part to highlight since your story is about dreaming and achieving your dreams. And sometimes you have to take that step and that effort to show that and prove that, yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I'm able to do and meet these goals no matter how small I am or how big I am, if I'm a boy or if I'm a girl or whatever the case may be, that I can do it. So if you have a dream, that you can achieve your dream if you put the work behind it. So that's a good part of the story to highlight. So, Jordin, with this being your first book, this is your very first book that you've written. What was your writing process like? So, what was it like for you to write the book? Was it something that took you, a couple of days? Did you have?
How long did it take me to write the book?
Yeah, what was it like? Did you write a little every day? Did you have a set time?
I wrote every Saturday and Sunday.
So you wrote Saturdays and Sundays. So how long did it take you to finish your book?
It took me about a month.
Wow. So I want all of our young writers out there. Jordin is in 3rd grade. He's 8 years old. And within a month's time, he wrote this amazing book, Not Too Little to Play, about Elijah's journey to accomplishing his dream. And he committed to a process by having a daily writing time where he wrote. So that is so awesome. All right. So I'm going to ask you something about a favorite, a little different. So what is the title of your favorite book? Can you tell me the title of your favorite book that you've read? What's your favorite book that you've read, Jordin?
My favorite book that I've read is the Dog Man book.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get one? It's in my room.
So what can you tell me what you like about the Dog Man book? What's something that you liked about the Dog Man book?
What I like about the Dog Man book is that it's pretty funny.
All right. So you like a little humor, a sense of humor, and the characters you got in the book, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the story, okay? And if anybody's not familiar with Dave Pilkey, he is a children's author. He's been around.
He created one of the most famous books.
Yes. So Captain Underpants. He's most famous for that whole Captain Underpants series, which really skyrocketed his career. And then the Dogman series was what came next. So
the Dogman was not came next after Captain Underpants. No. There was a whole bunch more books. It is
so Captain Underpants was a whole series of different books. Okay, so
yes,
I'm talking about a series. So what we have was what we know Dave Pilkey for is his Captain Underpants series, and Dogman series, and I'm sure he's got a whole lot of other things that he's had, whether graphic novels or anything of that sort that have come out that targets the elementary school age audience. So our next question we're coming to is, after reading this book, what do you hope that kids who read this book will learn from it?
I think that kids will learn. I think that kids will learn that they should never give up, and no one's too little to play or do something, a goal they're certain to achieve.
All right. And that's a good lesson for all of us to learn, whether we're whether we're young or whether we're old, to never give up on our dreams. So what is a writing tip? Since you're in third grade and I'm sure you've been writing, what's a writing tip that you can give to other young writers? Something you can tell young writers to help them be better.
If someone likes writing, you should start making poems. And you should write poems, and also basically just poems. I don't know anything else.
Well, poetry is a good place to start if you're trying to write creatively and you want to just practice your writing skills. Poetry is a good place to start, and then add on to that, areas of interest. Things that you might be interested in may be another good place to start, whether you're interested in sports like your character, Elijah, in your book was interested in sports. So if you're interested in sports, maybe you want to write a story about sports. Or maybe if you're interested in art or something, maybe you want to write something about art or music or dance or any of those things that you're interested in. So thank you for that tip, Jordin. That's a great tip for all of our young writers out there who are going to be listening and replaying this interview on today. Next question we have for you: are you working on anything new after this? Are you going to work on another new book?
I'm thinking about it.
All right. You have an idea what it might be about?
I'm thinking about making another character in the same world as Elijah.
All right. So
in the same school too. Some of the same moral.
Okay. All right. So that's going to be real good. So to follow up, he's going to we're looking at Jordin Mcfee as someone who will be building a brand and community around his first book, as it's, he's got a setting, he's got his character of Elijah, and then he'll be adding on possibly additional friends that are at the same school, same setting as Elijah, different kind of scenario, maybe different problem or situation, but we're going to learn some great lessons from whatever Jordin decides to put pen to paper or type out, however he approaches his writing process. So thank you for sharing those future endeavors. So definitely we want people to be able to connect and follow you. So when I say this is my last question, When I say representation matters, what does that mean to you, especially for this story of Not Too Little to Play? And so when I say representation, I'm thinking of having a character that looks like you. Why was it important to have a little boy that looks like you, especially for this story, Not Too Little to Play?
Because I wanted to show other kids a cartoonic version of myself of what I'd look like if I was in that world. What I'd probably look like.
Okay. So it's just like sharing another version of yourself having something that represents you out there in the world. That is important for our viewers to know that they can look at this book and see a little boy that looks like them, that has the similar activities, and that maybe the similar background, but they're able to connect with the characters because they see somebody that they can somebody that they can relate to, somebody that looks just like them. So thank you for answering that question um, for me. And we want to let our viewers know. Can you tell us, Jordin, how they can connect with you and follow you on social media, and how they can purchase your books? How can they do that?
You can go on Jordan's GNGstore.com, or you can go on Amazon.com. For the English book, it is $9.99, but for the Spanish book, it is 12.
Uh,
It's $12.99.
all right. Awesome. Thank you for sharing how people can purchase your books on Amazon, and then on your Growing Gang store um, site. Um, so we want to make sure we want to thank our guest, Jordin McFee, for spending this time with us this afternoon, and we wish you continued success with the book, Not Too Little to Play, and all the wonderful projects that you will have to come. I want you to make sure, for those who are watching the replay and those who are listening live, that you stay tuned to the PharSide Coed Book Club Facebook page for more author interviews and posts as we celebrate African American children's and young adult literature during the month of February. So until next time, many roots, many voices are part of the infinite story. So plant your seed. Thank you so much. Have a great afternoon.
Have a great afternoon to you.